So today I have on my team red colors because today I'll be talking about last night's WWE Raw. It was kind of sucky. Now the Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt was a good, great main event match. The Finn Balor versus The Miz was a good match too, but the rest of the mid card sucked. I think WWE needs to start building a strong mid card and not just a strong main event. Because what are we paying to go see when we go to the live events if there's only a good main event and not a good show entirely? At least at the TNA live events, it's a good full show and you get to go backstage for free sometimes. That's what I did when I went to TNA. I got to meet Ric Flair for the first time in 2012. But Monday Night Raw was kind of good because you got to see Braun Strowman versus Kalisto, and Braun Strowman's arm was injured. Braun Strowman didn't want to take the match at first, but then he assaulted the hell out of Kalisto because the referee wanted the bell anyway. And while Braun Strowman was beginning his assault on Kalisto, out comes Roman Reigns, and of course the crowd is still pissed off at Roman Reigns for ending the Undertaker's career, but it's not Roman Reigns' fault. Let's not forget this is all storyline. Vince McMahon wanted the Undertaker's career to end to Roman Reigns. Although I felt like the Undertaker versus John Cena would have been a better match at WrestleMania than Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. We never got to see Undertaker versus John Cena, but we got to see Kalisto got assaulted by Braun Strowman. Then Roman Reigns came out and beat the hell out of Braun Strowman. It took 3 Superman punches to get Braun Strowman down. Then he would attack Braun Strowman's arm. Then he would hit Braun Strowman with steel chairs, and eventually Braun Strowman hauled ass throughout the crowd. Then we have Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins will get into a heated argument backstage that would lead in punches. Now the match was actually a good match, although I wonder why Samoa Joe can't use the Muscle Buster in WWE. He used the Muscle Buster in NXT and he used the Muscle Buster in TNA. How come when people come from NXT to Monday Night Raw, they can't use the same finishers? This is so freaking weird. But this was a good match to build on the storyline that's going on between them. Of course, the match got thrown out because Samoa Joe choked out Seth Rollins after the referee choked out Seth Rollins, and once again, Samoa Joe began beating the hell out of Seth Rollins. This rivalry started when Samoa Joe put Seth Rollins on the injured shelf during his debut on Raw by orders of Triple H. Then we have the tag team turmoil match, which was actually, I'm just gonna go on the record and say, besides the Hardys, the SmackDown Tag Team Division is better than the Raw Tag Team Division. SmackDown has the New Day now. They have American Alpha, the Usos. SmackDown just had the better Tag Team Division. Yes, Raw does have the better Women's Division with Sasha Banks, but SmackDown has the better Tag Team Division. Then we had the Tag Team turmoil. Sheamus and Cesaro, they beat the hell out of that Tag Team turmoil match. They beat every single last team in that match. I mean, they beat Gallows and Anderson. They beat Heath Slater and Rhino. They beat the Gold and Truth. They beat every single team. Basically, that Monday Night Raw had to offer got beat in their match. And that first team they fought was Enzo and Cass, which of course Enzo had to tap out to Cesaro. Because if you haven't watched Giants View Entertainment, Vince McMahon says that he loves seeing Enzo Amore get Riot Dog. I think he means he loves seeing Enzo Amore get his ass kicked. But that was actually a good match because Sheamus and Cesaro, them as hell faces, it just don't look right for them being hell faces because they were baby faces since the draft. Not all of a sudden you want to make them hell faces. They're not, some of the crowd's still not booing them that much. But then after they won the tag team turmoil match, Matt and Jeff came out, ran to the ring, and of course Cesaro and Sheamus ran out of the ring. That's how that situation ended. Of course it'll probably be Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys at Extreme Rules in a ladder match. But my thing is, I love Extreme Rules because I feel like it's the only pay-per-view where WWE gets it together. They do no disqualification matches the whole night. Last year, Extreme Rules, the only Extreme Rules match they had was the last match. I feel like Extreme Rules, all the matches should be no disqualification. But that was a good, pretty match for James and Cesaro because they beat literally every tag team there is on Raw besides the Revival. The Revival is out because one of the members of the Revival have an injured shoulder. But then comes the main event. It's Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt with The Miz and Maurice at commentary. I feel like The Miz should be in the main event spotlight because I feel like The Miz has been putting in work for a long time and he's a main event player now. Like, the only people that has really benefited from the draft so far is Braun Strowman and a piece of crap like Jinder Mahal. I never did like Jinder Mahal. I don't know why they gave him a push. They could have gave guys like Sami Zayn being on the roster longer than Jinder Mahal could have got the push. Even Sin Cara or somebody should have got the push. Why Jinder Mahal? He sucks as a wrestler. I mean, he's a wrestler with a paycheck. They need to get rid of Jinder Mahal and call up somebody else from NXT. Matter of fact, Baron Corbin could have got that spot. Why Jinder Mahal? He's a nobody. But Monday Night Raw has pushed Dean Ambrose into the main event spot. With Bray Wyatt is being pushed to the main event spot. And it looks like Finn Balor will be pushed to the main event spot too. But the only thing that's missing about Monday Night Raw, where's the world champion? Where's Brock Lesnar? This is why I hate when they make Brock Lesnar champion. Brock Lesnar only defends the championship 3 times a year. SummerSlam, possibly WrestleMania. Those are the only times you see Brock Lesnar around. Why have a champion if he's not going to be on the show every week defending the title? Bobby Lashley is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He's on that show every fucking week, busting his ass defending his title. Brock Lesnar champion, where is he? At home. Probably not even watching Monday Night Raw. That makes no sense. They could have had somebody like Roman Reigns or even Seth Rollins get the Universal Championship. Why Brock Lesnar? And I didn't like when they brought Goldberg back too. I'm like, Goldberg can be going for about 10 or 20 years and he's back and all of a sudden he's automatically pushed. That was wrong. They had superstars that's been backstage waiting for months to even get seen on television. Raw's a 3-hour program, people. These superstars need to get seen more than what we are seeing. We are seeing more old faces than new faces. We need to see more new faces in WWE television. We need solid storylines. They're not producing any storylines anymore. Other than that, Raw was pretty good. They had pretty good matches, but the matches were good, but the storylines felt boring. But leave your thoughts and comments at the bottom because there's some things that I think about the status right now is really good. It's like really freaking good. They have Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. That's one other thing. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown. One of them should have been drafted to Raw during the Superstar Shakeup. I feel like SmackDown drafted the better superstars last June. That's why Raw is suffering because SmackDown has most of the top guys. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. And once again, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a nice evening.